Oklahoma. Huddle up. It's time to go inside the high school huddle on Hot 93.7 FM and streaming worldwide on GuthrieSportsPage.com. The high school huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports with your hosts, Chris Evans, Casey Porter, and Phil Nichols.
It is week 2 of the high school football season, and welcome to the High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. We are presented by Legacy Wealth Advisory Group. It's LegacyWag.com is the website you need to go, and for business owners, for consumers, there's a lot of business. You've been kind of busy here, Phil, in the insurance world, so a lot of things to go on and learn at that website.
A lot of stuff going on. Go check us out, and love to have an opportunity to talk to you.
Absolutely. LegacyWag.com or LegacyWagBenefits.com for the consumers out there. I know we have a lot of business owners listen to that, and they can always help you in that part. We'll talk more as we move on here, but bring in Casey Porter and week 2 of the high school football season.
Mm-hmm.
It's the second week of the non-district.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
Week 1?
No, don't.
Second?
No.
How does it?
I said week 2 2,500 times today. It's week 2.
Okay.
It's week 2.
So officially to the high school huddle, it's week 2. Is that correct?
Well, it's our third
3.
broadcast.
Okay.
See, this is how it starts.
I know. Week
right
0.
Okay, with
what
week
happens.
0. So what week is it?
It's week 2.
Okay.
Week 2. So we got next week is the last week of non-district games.
Okay.
And we got some rival games coming up this week, and we had some good games.
Yeah, we certainly did.
This past week. So are we going to talk Jinx now, or are we going to say that, or
Save that till next week when they're a big 3-0.
0-3.
0-3.
Yeah.
I figured Chris might correct me on that if I said Jinx was going to be 3-0 after next year.
3.
0-3.
3.
Yeah, that's what he said. As some news off the football field before we go there. Looks like we have some shaky news up in what county's Bartlesville and Nowata?
Osage?
Osage County. I think that's right.
I think
that's
that is right.
Well, Bartlesville head coach John McKee, I think he's his 7th year here as the head coach, 11th coach in the school system, but suspended indefinitely in the school system. Ain't saying for what, and obviously it can't be good. They had a parents meeting at 6:00 last night. I haven't heard anything on that, but Bartlesville is without a head coach. They got an interim in there, and also the Nowata coach Jeremy Gray just said, I don't know the circumstances, but he stepped down, and so always tough. We always talk about coaches leaving in the month of July or August, a month or 2 months before the season starts. But here we are, week 2 of the high school football season, 2 teams without their head man.
Yeah, and especially, and this is going to kind of sound odd, but especially if they're a coordinator. If they're not a coordinator either on the offensive or defensive side of the ball, then it's a little easier to take because you're not having to change your routine. Usually it's the offensive and defensive coordinators that put the practice plan together for their side of the ball. So if your head coach is at a bigger school like a Bartlesville where maybe he's just a CEO type and isn't necessarily the coordinator of either side, it's not as big of a deal once you get into the season. Now, if he is a coordinator, obviously that's a huge deal. Somebody else has to step up into that role who has not done it before, but that's not a good situation at all.
Well, if you're the Nowata coach, you're 1 or 2 or 3, some type of coordinator in the smaller staff. Maybe Bartlesville might get away with.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, right.
Well, and you hate to speculate, but obviously, talking about Bartlesville, that drastic of a measure is taken. The first thing I think of is they're out of coach, but something happened. Something happened, and history would tell you that it's he's indefinitely suspended, which is, in my world, that's code for getting our legal documents ready. But anyway, just a bad deal. It's bad for the kids, the community. It's just sad.
Absolutely. And there were some great games in week number 1, of course, on Thursday night. The Stillwater Pioneers got their season started with a nice victory over Ed Memorial, 23-7, as the Gunnar Gundy era is officially underway as a true starter. Got some playing time as a freshman. It'll be interesting to watch him progress along with that young running back they have.
Yeah, I can't remember the young running back's name, but he's going to be an absolute superstar. We'll effort that and get that here in a minute. But I was very proud, and I told you last week, watch out for Stillwater because they, you're talking about Coach Chad Kaywood on the offensive side of the ball, Gunnar Gundy. You have terrific running backs. and the blocking scheme, kind of that Gus Malzahn, a lot of pull, a lot of double, a lot of misdirection scheme to it. It's one of the best blocking schemes out there. So when you talk about the way that the Stillwater offense sets up, the way that Gundy can throw the ball, the way that they're going to be able to run the ball, the way that Coach Kaywood's going to be able to X and O it, that's an offense that is going to be legitimate and only get better not only this year, but obviously when you have a sophomore quarterback in Gunnar Gundy, you have a freshman running back. Coach Kaywood, I wouldn't think is going anywhere anytime soon. That's an offense that's going to have to be reckoned with for a long time.
Well, this freshman, I'm not seeing him listed here, guys, as far as in our source, but obviously he's a freshman and he's starting as a 6A Division II kid. He's got some talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not finding him here.
Yeah, and so that was in Edmond, so a good way for Stillwater to start off the season. Stillwater this week will be hosting Moore, and that will be their first home game this year in Stillwater. Of course, that's on Friday night, same time as the Oklahoma State Cowboys play on Friday. So Stillwater, as a Stillwater fan, you got to pick and choose your Cowboys, your Pioneers, and of course, I guess that's for all the schools. And,
Yep.
Guthrie fans and Ponca City fans, they play this week. They're going to have to decide, do we go to the game, but we watch it on our phone, that type deal. So hopefully the Thursday and Friday night games are done for a while. But and some other games, we'll start with some smaller schools here this week. Morrison started their season off like they normally do, shutting out Pawhuska this past week, 52-0. Corey Bells, they're top 5 program once again this year, and they're off and running off to a good start.
Reload and keep going.
Yeah, reload. Yeah, no doubt. And that they run that wing tee.
Yeah,
and that's something that you don't see every week. And I get a kick out of every time we talk to them. The big thing in the summertime for schools now is to go to the passing leagues in the summer. Well, here comes Morrison running the wing tee in a passing league. And you got all these Stillwater kids going, what in the heck are we doing here?
Daylights is a wing tee.
And Coach Bale.
Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the high school huddle on Hot 93.7 FM and streaming worldwide on GuthrieSportsPage.com. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports with your hosts, Chris Evans, Casey Porter, and Phil Nichols.
Chisholm only gets a touchdown on the board as Washington wins that game 21-7. Chisholm now 1-1 on the year. Coach Reiner, is that right?
Yeah, Joey Reiner.
Joey Reiner, yeah.
Crescent, Coach Yak helps them over there.
Yeah, Crescent is the team to watch in Logan County with Guthrie cashing down a little bit this year.
Well, I'd say Coyle, too. You want to keep an eye on
I stand corrected. Yeah, Coyle.
Don't sleep on the Coyle boys.
Crescent Tigers over Newkirk 40-14, and Newkirk continues their struggles as far as the win-loss column. And
ever since Coach Shoup left.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Cushing here in a little bit. They got a big victory last week and got a big game coming up this week. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Our Kingfisher Yellow Jackets take down Tuttle 27-21.
Wait, what?
Kingfisher 27, Tuttle 21, and
I think somebody picked that.
I might have misspoke last week, but I think somewhere in the neighborhood, Tuttle had won like 21 consecutive regular season games. Something
they won. There was a big streak like that Kingfisher ended. Quantrell Walker is the freshman running back's name for Stillwater.
Tell your dad thank you.
Who, me?
Yeah,
TBJ.
Oh, TBJ.
Oh, yeah, he's our residential high school sports
TBJ
expert
on it.
Absolutely.
So wait, we're going to go that quickly over my outstanding prediction that Kingfisher was going to beat Tuttle?
No, I had it all pulled up. That's exactly what I Googled. See what that is? That's a yellow. It's a yellow jacket.
Yeah, it is.
Like Choctaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys aren't giving me my credit. Okay.
What did you pick Kingfisher every week?
That's besides the point. I was right.
Kingfisher.
We gave you your credit on the post-game show.
Okay.
Remember, only 10 people listen to that. So.
I don't think there's that many.
There's not that? Okay.
No.
Kingfisher plays UCO this weekend. Who are you picking in that one, Phil?
Who?
Kingfisher UCO.
Oh, Kingfisher by 6.
Okay, I didn't know.
Well, wait a minute. You got a lot of clients that are in Edmond, right?
I'm torn. Anytime it's an Edmond Kingfisher matchup, that's dangerous water.
Are you going
for me.
for a tie in overtime? Is that what you're
That'd
going for?
That'd be perfect.
And it starts raining there.
We could do that. That'd be great.
And then what if you went like with a 3-way with Cashin? How would that work?
Oh boy. I got problems.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, you got real problems.
Heritage Hall in another top 5 matchup takes down John Marshall 41-20, and Cleveland over Hominy 28-6.
That was not a surprise, but it was just kind of a, well, let's see if Hominy really is going to be this far down. It's hard to believe that with Coach Scotty Harmon. Obviously, his dad started that program a million years ago. The Bucks over there, some of the toughest people on earth, and when they get good, they get really good. We've seen that, but obviously rebuilding in a large way. They lost 15 seniors.
Gosh.
Again, let me say that. Not 15 players, or well, I guess it would be players. But there's a lot of 5A schools that do not graduate 15 seniors. That's what a Class A school in Hominy did last year.
Yeah, Guthrie has 11 seniors on the roster.
So there you go.
Yeah, Hominy Class A state champions last year. And you look at Hominy and Cashin, and Guthrie's fairly young. Ponca City is young. It's tough. Learning on, Stillwater's been young for a long time, especially this year too. But but you just got to kind of take your lumps. But the deal with Cashin and Hominy and Guthrie, no one's going to feel sorry for them.
Right. I mean,
they're going to go in there. They're going to, if they win 28-6, like Cleveland did, they're not going to feel sorry for them.
I mean,
no, absolutely not.
They're just thinking back at those 63-0 whoopings.
No one's feeling sorry for Jinx either.
I mean, there's nobody in Pawnee that feels sorry for Hominy.
Right.
I'll promise you that one.
There's some people that break out during a football game.
There's some people that don't care if Pawnee's any good that live in Pawnee as long as Hominy's not, correct?
That's exactly right. Our
friends in Jones take down Lincoln Christian 60-34. Jones now 2-0, and my prediction of the week is true last week as the Maroons take down Blackwell. Perry's now 2-0. Perry won that one game.
You said the Maroons were going to win?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, 57-14. Perry's feeling good about themselves right now. The schedule's going to bump up here a little bit, but they're enjoying it.
Last year they had a heck of a year last year, and
I
mean it's just continuing on.
And their coach does not at all in any way, shape, or form apologize for throwing the ball a lot.
No.
Right? There's a lot of coaches that, by gosh, we're going to run the ball and we're going to blah, blah, blah. You got to be no, we're going to throw the ball and we're not going to apologize for it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, just it's fun. It's fun football to watch.
It is, and it's
exciting for the kids.
And it's awkward, especially watching Big 12 football. Like OU's beating up on UTEP 50-6 or 7, and they're still throwing the ball because that's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And I think other teams, years ago would have highly frowned upon that, but I think it's just the idea of high school football and Oklahoma football in Oklahoma.
I love it. And, they've had to, in the college game, really change that. They've tinkered with it for 10, 15 years trying to change the clock rules to match how many plays there are played to get the games to around 3 hours. They eventually, that one year that they started the clock after every kickoff, and everybody hated that.
Yeah.
So they've gone to the NFL rule to where even if you go out of bounds, once they reset the clock, they start the clock back again. I don't know if a lot of people know about that. And the reason why I say that is we have surely felt it the first 2 weeks of high school football with these spread offenses. The games seem like they're twice as long, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
no doubt.
No huddle, but it's still taking. I mean, we're looking down.
So what I'm saying is I'm wondering whenever there's going to be some legislation on some of those rules, as far as are they going to make some rules to where you set it a little sooner after the first down, get the clock going? Do you start the clock again after the ball goes out of bounds, like the college game has had to do to make up for the amount of time these games have taken?
Mary Fallon is calling for a special session. I don't think that's going to be in this year's legislature deal.
Oh, boy.
No, not going to go there, Phil?
I don't have the energy today.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I thought
you say the word legislation and Phil lights up.
I
thought I'd give it a crack.
Goodness.
They didn't get it done the first time. They're going to try it a second time.
I got things to say, but you said this was a family show, so we're just going to move past that.
$30,000 a day. I think they're going to start September 25th.
I think every one of them should resign.
Okay.
It'll be the first time they worked hard. They said what did they say they were going to work intently? Is that what it was?
I think that's right.
Well, maybe they should have done that when they were in session the first time. We wouldn't be paying that money.
See if they can find $250 million hanging around.
Unbelievable.
Stroud in the big rival game with Chandler.
Yep.
Chandler again struggling. They're 0-2. Stroud 2-0. Stroud won that game 20-6. And speaking of struggling too, Hennessy looks like it might be a tough season for them. They're 0-2 after Perkins gets in the win column, taking P.T. Deers win that game 28-7.
Yeah, last time Hennessy was good. If you remember, they had Augie McCauley 5 or 6 years ago, Division I player, and they were in Class A football.
Yeah. That's scary.
They're all the way up to what? Are they 3A yet, or are they still 2A?
Hennessy, aren't they?
Hennessy, 2A, I believe?
Yeah, they were Class A, and they had a Division I running back, and Augie McCauley, and they were really, really good. That was that area of Oklahoma, when you talk about O'Keene, how good O'Keene's been. Sealing was real good last year. Then you had Hennessy. Obviously, you have Cashin, Kingfisher. That area of Oklahoma has always been really, really good at football. Comus has had really good teams throughout the years. And so that's kind of a fun area of Oklahoma to follow.
Yeah.
Driving through Hennessy, I would have never guessed they had so many restaurants like they do, like name-brand restaurants.
Well, it's kind of a hub for, like, Loyal and Omega.
Right.
And then if you look around there, you have a bunch of those, like Big Four community, not Big Four, but a bunch of those that are still on the map, because the maps were made back whenever there was a convenient, or not a convenient, but a gas station every 2 miles or whatever, when they were the old schools. So they're kind of a hub to all of those little communities still around.
Yeah.
One other score in Cushing. Cushing Tigers, they got a big game, and we're going to talk about that here coming up in a little bit. But Cushing takes down Manford 33-26. Cushing now 2-0 under head coach
Name me a
Bear
Division I athlete from Manford.
Division I athlete.
Doesn't have to be
Manford.
football.
Oh, baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Went to OU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shortstop.
Shortstop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this.
Bushyhead.
Caleb Bushyhead.
That's one of the best names ever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't get it. The name Caleb Bushyhead.
Yeah.
His dad still coaches. Yep. His dad still coaches one of those summer elite teams, and what's that? Berry Hill.
Berry Hill.
Okay.
I think his dad. I think he had a younger brother that went to Berry Hill or something like that, but very good people. And his dad was the coach at Manford for a while.
Cushing Berry Hill this week. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. That's a top 5 matchup. Yep. Manford, ain't that the town that was underneath water?
Yes. Well, that's Keystone.
Keystone.
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
Keystone.
By Lake Keystone. And Manford. But Manford was rebuilt. Yes, there was a tornado that came through Manford, completely wiped it out, and then they built the new town up on the hill.
I am amazed at both of your guys' ability to bring up things that mean absolutely nothing to anybody.
Like in Manford?
The town that was underwater. Yeah. How do you know that
I spent a lot
stuff?
of time in Manford.
We can break down the Jinx 4-3 defense all day. I mean, anybody can do that.
Yeah, the original Freddy's.
Yes.
Can I say that? It's not a sponsor.
It's fine.
Your favorite place. Remember the Freddy's we went to?
Drumright.
The original Freddy's in Manford, and it overlooks Lake Keystone.
Up on the hill.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. To your right.
What was that barbecue place we went to about 4 or 5 years ago when Evans about choked when they had the buff? Remember the rib place? It was $20.
That was in Midwest City.
Oh, Spencer's.
Choctaw.
Spencer's.
That was the greatest moment of my life, watching Evans' head about explode.
There was not a number one. When you go to a restaurant, a number one should be like $4.99 or $5.99, not $15.99.
By the way, if you're ever with Phil Nichols or Chris Evans and they ask you to find a restaurant for them to go to, do not be the person to choose that restaurant. Whatever you do not be that person.
Phil's got the sensitive tummy now. I got more options than Phil does about right now.
That's true.
Moving up real quick, Class 5A football. McGinnis revenged their Week 1 loss last year to Dale City.
Close game for a while.
Yeah, 32-23 was the final there. Ardmore over Ada, 37-14. Lawton MacArthur took down Lawton Eisenhower in the Lawton Bowl, 56-29.
Yep.
Shawnee over Guthrie, 27-13. Shawnee had a 27-0 lead at halftime. Cruise on there. Scout Calvi, 4 touchdown receptions for the Wolves, 185 yards.
That cat had a night.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
Just
their receivers were good.
Just a sophomore.
They were very good. They caught the ball.
Really good kid. I went up to him after the ball game just to congratulate him on a good game. A very well-mannered young man and a competitor. I mean, he was battling out there too. I mean, it wasn't just a finesse game he had. His kid go across the middle, and he was a tough kid. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, he is. Casey, you were interested in this game last week on both broadcasts, but El Reno takes down Piedmont 27-14. Chuck Atchison,
not a
the first
surprise.
head coach.
My question to that is that an indictment that Piedmont's not very good, or is that a compliment? I mentioned it with Coach Atchison there at El Reno. Is that a compliment of what he's doing to that program and improving it?
I think it's both, but if I had to pick, it's a compliment to El Reno and Coach Atchison.
That's what I would say. I mean,
Watch out.
Chuck's is offensively is brilliant, and that's not to say he's not good in other phases of the game, but when he was the O coordinator here, I mean, this cat's – I mean, he's a legitimate offensive mind in a big way.
And I'm just telling you, I said it last week, their freshman, sophomore, and 8th grade groups, man,
they're
talented.
On them.
Yeah, they do.
No doubt.
Well, there's some other 5A games. There's some other 6A games that we need to get to here in a little bit, but we need to get our opening timeout here on the High School Huddle. Again, we are presented by the Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, www.legacywag.com, also legacywagbenefits.com, and we'll talk about them on the other side of this timeout. When we come back, take a look at 5A, 6A, and some of the great matchups here in Week 2 of Oklahoma high school football. Glad to have you on board. This is the High School Huddle presented by Legacy Wealth Advisory Group.
Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, your business wealth advisory experts, provide consulting, training, and turnkey solutions for businesses and their employees. Legacy provides solutions and strategies for employee benefits, human resources, commercial insurance, estate planning, and tax planning. Visit them online at legacywag.com or contact Legacy at 405-216-5578 for a free consultation and start planning your future today.
These tenders have always been my number one. Crispy, tasty, crazy delicious. They rule.
Celebrate Golden Shake's golden anniversary with Golden Tenders. Pick up the $6 3-tender deal today. 3 crispy hand-battered tenders, fries or mashed potatoes, a hot roll, gravy or sauce, and a 20-ounce drink. All for just $6.
50 years. You rock, Golden Chick.
Golden Chick.
At Brown Engineering, our civil and environmental engineering services specialize in water systems for rural water districts and small communities in Oklahoma. Our architectural services specialize in civic and commercial architecture for small to medium-sized communities throughout the state. For engineering projects, call Phil Brown or Mike Brown. And for architectural projects, contact Jana Phillips at 405-372-4848. Brown Engineering, Architecture and Engineering.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 in the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit eskridgechevy.com.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
What makes a great bank? Financial strength, convenient hours in multiple locations, the latest financial tools. Bank First offers this and more. A lot more. In fact, Bank First employees volunteer with nonprofits, serve on school boards, church and civic groups in every city we serve. Bank First does this because we're more than just another bank. We're an integral part of 50 Oklahoma communities. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Member FDIC.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678. Don't have time to call? Send us a text at 405-973-8645 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Alongside Casey Porter and Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. Welcome back to the High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Of course, we are brought to you by the fine folks Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, employee benefits, estate planning, human resources, tax planning. Sorry, Phil. Business insurance, but this is just a part of what this
legislating.
Group does.
Legislating?
Are you a lobbyist now, Phil?
I hope not. I was reading some of the posts about lobbyists on Facebook. I don't ever want to do that.
Well, then what do you do?
I just drive around. Just look pretty,
Give out that website.
Well, according to all the people back home last week, looked pretty, yeah.
Come on now.
You had quite a crowd going, didn't you?
Some of my old classmates whose vision is obviously failing them.
LegacyWag.com, making smarter business decisions every day.
Hey, Phil, I got a question for you. If you were, say, a high school football coach, and you got a Huddle film and it had, say, 250 clips on it, and they weren't tagged as offense, defense, or kick plays.
Huddle is
the film program that everybody uses to watch the other team's
breakdown film.
Okay,
the old days we'd meet and trade film, and
So it's a list of 250 plays, and they all have play buttons on them, but they're not tagged as offense, defense, or kicking.
Yeah,
and they're not tagged varsity, JV, ninth grade. Okay. Meaning you had a scrimmage like Guthrie does.
Sure.
And it's ninth grade, JV, varsity. So you just send the other team a big old scrambled mess of a combination between all three of the teams. Now, I don't know your personnel. Okay, it's the first game of the year. Okay, how long are you going to spend deciphering, A, is that a varsity play, B, is that an offensive, defensive play, kicking play? And it being a non-district game, being week one, how long are you going to spend doing that?
Phil's going to make a phone call and say, do this again. Try again.
Listen, there's something terribly wrong with this. No, I get your point. I don't think a great deal's non-district games. They're not, listen.
Have you seen these football coaches?
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying, to Casey's point, though,
right.
The first 3 games a year, you want to win every game you play, but
I think if you ask
they're not as important as
if you don't play
the
good
last 7.
If you don't play good in week 3, it's going to lead to week 4. Then your season's all blown out.
At what point you go, you know what? I'm not going to spend all my hours trying to decipher this film. I'm going to spend it on my team.
Yeah, pretty quick.
So I think that kind of adds to the week one, where it adds to the fact that you can have some more upsets because there's less legitimacy sometimes in the film that people have to break down.
Well,
that's not fair if you do it the right way and break all your plays down.
Well, you know who you're sending it to. I assure you're going to to That's going to happen to you one time.
One time. That's what I was going to say.
That's spoken like a coach.
You don't think football coaches would do that, do you?
No. Very passive guys, football coaches.
Some other games real quick that we didn't get to in week 1 of high school football last week. Ardmore takes down Ada 37-14. Woodward beats Clinton 19-18. That's a good win for Woodward.
That's a really good win for them.
That opens Guthrie's eyes.
It certainly does. The Noble Bears 35-21 over Newcastle. So Noble.
Yeah, Newcastle with the 7 new move-ins, including Charles Thompson's boy at quarterback. They got the new coach that moved over from Southmore.
The offensive coordinator.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator. So Southmore was kind of the sexy pick to be, not Southmore, but Newcastle in 4A was kind of the sexy pick to kind of roll some eyes, and then there goes Noble.
Some of them preseason
top 10, 8,
8, 6, 7, or something
like that.
Yeah.
Man, playing Noble in the last 5 or 6 years at the younger levels, they've had some big linemen, and they've had a couple of really good athletes behind them. Now the question is, can they keep them, or are they still, so I can understand how Noble would be very serviceable at this point.
I watched last Thursday night, Deer Creek and Southmore played, and Southmore has one quarterback, one player, his quarterback, and he's a big guy. He's huge. And I'm thinking if the offensive coordinator takes another job and my kid is as good as this, do you go to a program that's been 1-9 the last 2 years? Follow your coach, offensive coordinator who's been 1-9 the last 2 years.
Newcastle?
Yeah, well, the Thompson kids.
Right.
I mean, Newcastle was 1-9 the last 2 years, so they won 2 games.
Then if you turn them around and you're 8-3 and you're 2 and your boy's the star, then all of a sudden.
Well, I'll say this: with
Newcastle's 0-2 right
running
now.
the risk with offending some people, but if you're willing to move your kids to follow a coach, are you really concerned about the team, or are you more concerned about just the individual efforts of your own kid? I mean, we all know the answer, but
I would think you would have a winning chance in your kid and a higher.
You would think so, but who choose?
Yeah.
I mean,
would you rather your kid be a part of a winning team,
right?
Or would you rather your kid be the team on a losing team?
Right. And unfortunately, in today's world, there's a lot more people that would answer, I want my kid to be the stud on a losing team than there used to be. That's just a fact of life.
But you've already committed to the University of Texas. What?
I don't think that's the case here.
And I still don't understand that.
I think and I'll tell you,
loyal to a coach.
You got to remember too, I'm a baseball guy
I guess.
And baseball players commit to coaches. I'm sorry, they don't commit to schools. They don't commit to facilities most of the time. That's just like University of Texas or something.
Sure. Right.
They commit to coaches. It's who they trust.
Sure.
And if you don't believe me, just look at college baseball players that transfer. Where do they transfer? They transfer to coaches where they had a hitting lesson when they were younger, or they have a total trust in them.
Well, we just
that's
saw
what
that
I'm
locally.
saying.
Yeah.
So, in that scenario, if the kid is comfortable under a scheme that a coach has, as far as, hey, this is what I can do. The new guy's going to come in. He's not going to adjust to what I can do. Let's say that you're a passing quarterback and he's going to come in and run the flex bone. I can totally understand that situation in high school because when you're talking about high school coaches, typically speaking, you have a system. That's the system you're going to run, and that's the end of it. So if you're a different type of player, I don't see any reason. I don't see anything wrong with you chasing a scheme that fits you.
Well, Southmore, I think they're going to probably throw the ball. I mean, they're 6A Division I football. It's not like they're going to be handing it off 40 times.
Yeah, but what kind of quarterback is Thompson?
Today's age,
overrated one.
Today, you have to be a passing quarterback, right?
No, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, the current Southmore guy was very great running the ball too.
But see, that's the thing about these newer spreads. Like the spreads 10 years ago were all passers, like Texas Tech and all. The spreads nowadays, when you look at like Tulsa and OSU, Auburn, OU, they run the ball 60% of the time. That's the misnomer about spread offenses now versus what they were 10 years ago. These spread offenses they run nowadays, they are predicated on running the ball about 60 to 65% of the time. If you don't believe me, look up the statistics. I mean, there's very few teams, even in high school or college, that actually throw the ball more than they do run the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's even worse in basketball. Kids moving all different
stuff.
I don't know, maybe I'm just set my ways in a town, but maybe.
Well, what happened in the good old days where you didn't, and listen, I'm not promoting hating everybody you play, but when we grew up, I sound like my dad back in the day, but when we grew up, we weren't hanging out with guys from towns next to us that we were going to play on Friday nights and going to the movies and I mean, it's just crazy now.
Yeah. It's even worse in the NBA.
It drives me nuts.
In the NFL, they switch jerseys.
Go out there, try to knock each other out, play clean, but be physical, and go on. There just doesn't seem to be any. I don't know. To me, that's part of being competitive. You don't. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
How friendly these kids are now.
And I'll say this, I hope no other radio station,
but
it's like whenever there's other good radio stations, I guarantee you we try to step our game up that night, right?
Well, yeah.
Although they don't hear a thing we say till...
And when we're shaking hands saying, hey, you do a really great job, we're thinking, we're going to do a better job than you.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, every year we go to the OBA Awards, one of my...
OAB.
OAB. One of my favorite parts of that evening is sitting around and putting faces to...
the voices
or names, and Chris or you'll say, well, that's that guy from over here, and there's a little bit of me that always goes, we beat him.
Oh, yeah. There ain't no doubt. I'm not going to apologize for it.
No,
there's nothing I don't do that I don't try to be better than everybody else that I do it. Now, does that mean that's going to happen? No. But, I mean, I think you guys can tell from the way, look at all this equipment that you bought and the production we try to put on. we try to be the best. That doesn't mean we are.
Right.
But that's certainly our intent.
Right.
I saw a game Thursday night. I had OSU on. I had Deer Creek, Southmore, and also I had Carl Albert Lawton game. And Lawton was down a couple touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
That's the team that made the 6A finals last year, is that right?
Yes, 6A Division II, Bixby. Yeah. Got beat by Bixby, though.
Yeah. Who picked them to be in the finals last year?
After I said Bixby was going to win it, I really did.
Okay,
I really did. I wasn't listening after I said that. But Lawton actually scored with 30 seconds left, and the pull within a point, went for the extra point, obviously. And it was a bad snap. And Carl Albert holds on for that one. 33. The running back, Taylor kid, 18 carries, 253 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
You said the running back because there's another Taylor, too.
Exactly.
And
the defensive Taylor had an interception, a one-handed grab at the 5.
The defensive Taylor's the one.
Jason Taylor
going to OSU.
Yes, and Deadron Taylor is the running back.
Unreal.
What happened to the little guy?
Diego Richards? He's still there.
Oh, my God.
Diego's still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't he like 87 now? I mean,
he was a
how long has he been
sophomore
there?
the year he had such a good
He had a breakout game against Guthrie.
Yeah, he did.
And quarterback Carter LaValle out 3 to 4 weeks, so he'll be ready for the Blue Jays.
He'll be back for Guthrie.
Just in time. Booker T in the game of the week last week. Booker T took down Midwest City in overtime, 27-24.
That we knew that was going to be a good game, didn't we? That was the one we picked that we would probably go to if it was not going to be Stillwater.
Right.
Our 3 games were Stillwater, Edmond Memorial, Midwest City, Booker T, and or Kingfisher total, right?
Right.
Did I not have Union? No, I can't remember what. Anyway, Dax Hill picked up another scholarship offer today, Colorado.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's not waste of an envelope and letter and stamp and all that good stuff. But he did get to pick up another offer. Enid took down Ponca City 61-34. Enid 2-0. They're open this week. They got McGinnis next week. The schedule starts to pick up. So without their best player,
Can Enid beat McGinnis?
No.
No.
The wins are going to start getting a little bit tougher for the Plainsmen from here on out. But we wish them luck.
They can score on them.
They can, yeah.
I think McGinnis is going to beat the brakes off of them personally. But.
Speaking of beating the brakes off, Muskogee took it to McAllister.
Yeah, they did.
54-0.
Yeah.
Well, Rayford didn't let the old he kept the pedal to the metal, didn't he?
Sure did. So Muskogee picks up the win. Owasso over Bartlesville, 56-14. Bixby over Jinx, 35-18. Jinx, we'll talk about that here in a little bit, trying to avoid an 0-3 start. Haven't done
They're
that
not doing a very good job of it.
1968 was the last time they went 0-3. By the way, the last time they were 0-2, they went on to win the state championship.
And the next time they go 0-3, we all get steaks.
Next week. Oh, that's right. That's right.
What? What happened?
You said when Jinx is 0-3. We got the archives, but
I don't recall that.
You don't recall that.
No.
Do we need to go back and
my
listen
Bill
to the
Clinton
audio?
We'll refresh his memory.
You promised us that
what
you'd
did I
buy us a
say?
steak dinner if Jinx went 0-3.
I quit drinking years ago. I didn't say that, did I? Did I really say that?
It's about to happen. I mean,
wow.
It wasn't even close. What's Jinx?
Steaks?
Jinx has been outscored 83-28 this year.
Now, that's just crazy. I mean, it really is.
83-28, yeah. Norman North behind Drake Stoops, 16 catches, 257 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Whoa, how many?
16 catches.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes.
Boy, and they almost lost to Norman week 1. That shows you how much Norman's
Rocky
improved,
Martin,
right?
first-year head coach.
16 catches for almost 300 yards.
South Lake Carroll over
That
Broken
last
Arrow.
name sounds familiar.
Yeah. He's got a brother that's a pretty good
he's got a brother, Isaac.
Too.
Did you hear about the little birdie this weekend?
Oh, yeah. It was so dumb, I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah, now I remember. We won't say that on the air. Although a lot of OSU fans would like to hear that
Did Phil get to hear about the birdie?
No.
Okay.
He'll laugh, too.
Okay.
So, all right, those are some of the Week 1 games. We need to take another time out here. We still got to look at Week 2 ahead of us, as it is the second week of district play for some. It'll be the third district game for some.
What week is it?
It's Week 2. I've said
But it's our third game.
But it's our third game. I know.
But it's Week 2.
It's Week 2.
Ciphering's tough for Chris.
Absolutely.
Is that kind of like being able to put words in alphabetical order?
No,
is that difference?
That's amazing.
That really is. I'm hoping to save some time for the end of that to show you off here a little bit.
Yeah.
But we need to take a time out. We're taking time out here.
Boy.
Come back, take a look at Week 2 ball games. This is the High School Huddle presented by Legacy Wealth Advisory Group.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
What makes a great bank? Financial strength, convenient hours in multiple locations, the latest financial tools. Bank First offers this and more, a lot more. In fact, Bank First employees volunteer with nonprofits, serve on school boards, church and civic groups in every city we serve. Bank First does this because we're more than just another bank. We're an integral part of 50 Oklahoma communities. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Member FDIC.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 and the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
These tenders have always been my number one. Crispy, tasty, crazy delicious. They rule.
Celebrate Golden Chick's golden anniversary with Golden Tenders. Pick up the $6 3-tender deal today. 3 crispy hand-battered tenders, fries or mashed potatoes, a hot roll, gravy or sauce, and a 20-ounce drink. All for just $6.
50 years. You rock, Golden Chick.
Golden Chick.
At Brown Engineering, our civil and environmental engineering services specialize in water systems for rural water districts and small communities in Oklahoma. Our architectural services specialize in civic and commercial architecture for small to medium-sized communities throughout the state. For engineering projects, call Phil Brown or Mike Brown. And for architectural projects, contact Jana Phillips at 405-372-4848. Brown Engineering, Architecture and Engineering. Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, your business wealth advisory experts, provide consulting, training, and turnkey solutions for businesses and their employees. Legacy provides solutions and strategies for employee benefits, human resources, commercial insurance, estate planning, and tax planning. Visit them online at legacywag.com or contact Legacy at 405-216-5578 for a free consultation and start planning your future today.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678. Don't have time to call? Send us a text at 405-973-8645 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Alongside Phil Nichols, Casey Porter, I'm Chris Evans. Welcome back. High School Huddle, Legacy Wealth Advisory Group. We come to you every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, all the way to the top of the hour, like we'll do here tonight, and also streaming worldwide on the Guthrie News page, Facebook. And we will also upload this to the High School Huddle on Facebook. So if you want to watch all of our previous shows, go on Facebook and search The High School Huddle, and our shows will be on there, and then will be uploaded a little bit later on tonight. This show will be. Of course, we're always live here on the news page. As soon as we get a good crowd built up on the High School Huddle, we'll move this stream over to the High School Huddle Facebook page. But until then, we'll mix it all in.
Hey, can you name me somebody famous that graduated from Dover, Oklahoma?
Dover, Oklahoma. I know Brad Gore coached there. Dover. That's about
long-time official. My dad's officiating partner, Gene Benson. I know he listens each and every week, and I think he's been on vacation lately. You guys got to meet him last winter. Man, what an awesome dude!
Dover Devils, Dover the Red
Longhorns.
Longhorns.
Yeah. Wanted to give a big shout out to the entire Benson family, Gene and his son Brian and all of the Benson crew. It was great to see them last winter at Dad's 50th year of celebrating his 50th year of officiating. So I wanted to give a big shout out.
Think about that. 50 years of putting up with crazy, rabid.
Well, I don't know if he puts up with them, but
well, that's a really valid
point. He shuts them down more than he puts
up with them.
That's
a really valid point.
There are some big games. We'll go over the big games here real quick. There's some other games we want to get to here. We're rushing on time here, but some of the big games statewide are as follows. Union Jinx 0-2, Tulsa Union 2-0.
Is that a big game?
Thursday night.
Yeah, it is. I got steaks right on this thing. It's a huge game.
Okay, take away the 2 steaks you got right on. Is that even a big game anymore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got shut down pretty fast.
The last 20 games, they've split 10-10. And 10 of those games were in the playoffs. They were 5-5.
Yeah.
So
unbelievable.
Sometimes we've seen what the Guthrie Carl Albert.
Not this year.
Well, I was going to say the Guthrie Carl Albert schedule.
Your effort.
No, the Guthrie Carl Albert has the team that not necessarily the best have won that game.
Yeah,
right.
Could it be
Union will win this week, and then if they play again in the playoffs, Union will win again.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Union.
I think that's a safe bet. Yeah.
Okay.
You think it's going to be big?
I think so.
Does Jinx have a bunch of injuries that nobody knows about or anything?
It's just they don't have the Stephen Parkers or the Rocky Kalmuses. It's just they're depth. They're not very deep.
Apparently they don't have the Ben Bowlings or anything like that either.
Well, and Union is stacked. Obviously, Owasso not as stacked, but they got the Division I talent there. But
when we talk about this, and we're going through this right now here locally.
Guthrie.
It's just you're going to have you can have great kids working their tails off
if
doing
you do it
right.
right.
And bottom line is you're going to play with those who happen to live here in Guthrie.
Yeah,
and so it is what it is. High school football, a lot of people, I don't think they realize this. We joke about it a lot. You can't go recruit in high school football unless you're a private school.
Oh, boy. We'll get to that here in a little bit. The private school games. Tulsa Union, remember they had the game on ESPN? The one, people with the gold
Those
rule?
who have the gold rule, yeah. That's the golden rule, right?
Listen to this, Phil. Tulsa Union, they had the ESPN game, and they got a Thursday game. They will play 3 games in 12 days. High school football team.
Nice.
That's awesome.
All on TV.
They got a bye week next week, so they'll rest
I would
up.
have loved to have done that when I was 16
week
years
4?
old.
It's bye week during week 4.
Oh, boy.
Next week is week 3. Guthrie's off week 3.
But if Guthrie played, it'd be their 4th game.
It would be their 4th game if they did play next week.
Here we go. I'm completely confused.
Hey, the Pioneers, I think they're headed to 2-0. They got the Moore Lions, although Moore has gotten better over the years. As has still.
Moore is one of those roller coasters.
Yeah.
Sometimes
they were
really good.
way down on the roller coaster.
Well, but they were way up in the mid-90s.
Yeah,
no
Frank
doubt.
Romero and all that crew out there. I remember. Edmond North, Edmond Memorial, Lawton Mac. A game that both teams are desperate for win. Ponca City at Guthrie. Ponca City 0-2. Guthrie 0-2. Both teams desperately needing a win, and I think this might be a bigger game for the Blue Jays. Although it doesn't matter what the playoffs concern, but you need to get some momentum going in because Guthrie will have a bye week, and then they got Carl Albert and then McGinnis. So.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't get any easier. We went into this preseason talking, and I'm probably not going to get a lot of smiles tomorrow at the coffee shop, but I really truly believed if we could split the first 3 games. get in there and try to split. If we can go 2 and 3, it's a heck of a start.
No doubt.
Heck of a start. And so it's just, it's tough right now in their schedule. I mean, McGinnis and CA are both going to be there at the end of the year.
And look at what Woodward did last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Clinton. That just made your schedule that much tougher. You got to go to Woodward.
And Ike's got
RJ
what I
Fisher.
think probably the best quarterback we'll face all year, or definitely one of the top 2 quarterbacks we'll face all year.
Piedmont didn't look quite as good.
Right. But it's not going to get any easier. It's not going to get any easier. So
Ada at Carl Albert. Carl Albert's won 5 straight in this series and leads the overall series 14-8. Ada's they're a better ball club.
Yeah, they got smoked by Ardmore last week.
Yeah, Ardmore and Carl Albert will do that to you.
Yeah.
The Catholics, Bishop McGinnis, Bishop Kelly, Bryce Alonzo, the linebacker for Bishop Kelly. You got him on that side. You got the quarterback. You got the lineman. And then from McGinnis, you got the Brandon Mullins quarterback. You got Owen Condon, a Georgia commit for the McGinnis line. And of course, Dominic Richardson, who is my breakout pick of the year.
Yeah,
it's a good. that's a marquee matchup.
Yeah, either him or I think that if the quarterback from Carl Albert LaValle gets healthy, I think those are probably your 2 picks for breakout players of the year in 5A.
This is,
are there like 100 LaValles?
Oh yeah,
because it seems like
and they're all good. There's
20
more of
years we've been facing LaValle.
Too,
yeah,
unbelievable.
So that game, I believe, is at Bishop Kelly, and that could be. Many people could say it would be a state championship type game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Preview.
Absolutely.
Chickasha at Noble. I put that down on my list here. Noble's 1-0, getting ready to go 2-0. Chickasha got blown out week 1. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're trying to run that flex bone too.
Is that what Chickasha's
doing?
Yeah, okay.
And they don't do a very good job of it.
Yeah, Chickasha, a 4A ball club too.
Man, when you run a flex bone with a bunch of people that aren't fast,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't look very good.
It doesn't work.
We need to take our final timeout, come back. We still got to get to the big ball game. Top 5 matchup between Cushing and Berry Hill. We haven't talked about Sulphur and Davis. We haven't talked about the Soul Bowl yet.
Sulphur and Davis. Wow.
Yeah, it's a big time
matchup.
That's a rivalry right
and
there, man.
The Soul Bowl is in Logan County this year.
Love the Soul Bowl.
We'll take our final timeout, come back with wrap it up. This is the High School Huddle presented by Legacy Wealth Advisory Group.
Legacy Wealth Advisory Group, your business wealth advisory experts, provide consulting, training, and turnkey solutions for businesses and their employees. Legacy provides solutions and strategies for employee benefits, human resources, commercial insurance, estate planning, and tax planning. Visit them online at legacywag.com or contact Legacy at 405-216-5578 for a free consultation and start planning your future today.
Hey, Blue Jay fans, Eskridge Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Guthrie High School sports. This season, Eskridge Chevrolet at I-35 in Guthrie is cheering you the whole way and will help you score a game-winning deal in getting the new or used vehicle that you need. Don't worry about your credit history. Eskridge Chevy can get you approved. Come see us at Eskridge Chevrolet, just a short drive to I-35 and the Guthrie exit on Division Street. Call 1-800-NEW-CHEVY or visit EskridgeChevy.com.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
What makes a great bank? Financial strength, convenient hours in multiple locations, the latest financial tools. Bank First offers this and more, a lot more. In fact, Bank First employees volunteer with nonprofits, serve on school boards, church and civic groups in every city we serve. Bank First does this because we're more than just another bank. We're an integral part of 50 Oklahoma communities. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and you. Member FDIC.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Hey, Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600. At Brown Engineering, our civil and environmental engineering services specialize in water systems for rural water districts and small communities in Oklahoma. Our architectural services specialize in civic and commercial architecture for small to medium-sized communities throughout the state. For engineering projects, call Phil Brown or Mike Brown. And for architectural projects, contact Jana Phillips at 405-372-4848. Brown Engineering, Architecture and Engineering. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
These tenders have always been my number one. Crispy, tasty, crazy delicious. They rule.
Celebrate Golden Chick's golden anniversary with Golden Tenders. Pick up the $6 3-tender deal today. 3 crispy hand-battered tenders, fries or mashed potatoes, a hot roll, gravy or sauce, and a 20-ounce drink. All for just $6.
50 years. You rock, Golden Chick.
Golden Chick.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678. Don't have time to call? Send us a text at 405-973-8645 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle presented by Legacy Wealth Advisory Group. Go to the website, legacywag.com, also legacywagbenefits.com. Making smarter business decisions every day. Okay, real quick, some final notes here, some big games. Newcastle is at Huddle. Huddle looking for the first victory of the year. Don't say that very often in week 2.
A lot of people feeling sorry for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Newcastle also 0-1.
Newcastle's mascot, Phil.
Why would I know
Go
that?
Speed.
Racers?
Racers, yeah, there you go. All right.
See what he did there? He brought it down to my level. He knew how to guide me.
Well, I just thought I'd throw it out there just in case.
What's I got one for you. What's Pond Creek Hunters mascot?
Oh,
I don't know.
Wildcats.
Whoa. Okay. I stumped him.
Very good.
He would have got it.
I know. I think he's being nice.
He was going to say the Vanche Islands.
The Vanche Islands.
That'd be a more.
How about a top 5 matchup? Got to go to Berry Hill to watch about Cushing.
Yeah.
At Berry Hill. That's the Cushing Tigers 2-0, trying to finish off their non-district and get ready for district play here in a couple weeks.
Coach Shoup and all the misdirection and all that. That's an awesome pulling H-backs.
GT.
You name it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away names or anything like that, but
sure. Ghost tackle.
Yeah.
How about another top 10 matchup? Sulphur at Davis. Davis 1-0, Sulphur 2-0.
That's a big rivalry.
Yes.
Huge rivalry. Davis, Sulphur, those are 2 communities that just throughout the years have just fired out one great team after another.
Davis is solid.
Yeah.
I mean, really solid.
The Soul Bowl in Langston, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Douglas at Millwood. Before we talk about Douglas, Millwood, last year's state champions.
Yep.
They have 20 of 22 starters returning from last year's state championship.
It's going to be a tough
Talking
class.
about Douglas at Millwood?
Yeah.
Millwood's going to win that game.
Yeah.
So I
don't think it'll be real close. But
it'll be fun.
Yeah,
it will be fun.
It'll be fun.
Perkins at McLeod. Perkins, we're looking for that second win.
Where is McLeod?
McLeod's
If I had to ask you directions on how to get to McLeod, is there anybody on earth that could give you directions?
Yes. Don Harden.
Okay.
He had a paper route when he was younger.
Okay.
He knows where every town. It's the most amazing thing.
Is there
I've
anybody
ever
on
seen.
earth that can give you directions both to McLeod and Prue, Oklahoma?
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Sam Rice. Same thing. It's amazing. Does he travel all the time?
I know where McLeod.
Not Prue and McLeod. No.
I know how.
I bet he could.
I know where McLeod's at on the map, but the road to McLeod.
I couldn't. I have no. I've been there.
I'm telling you,
times.
Sam Rice could do it.
I've been there 0 times.
I'm telling you, Sam Rice could do it.
He could tell you how to get without any kind of electronics. He could tell you how to get to McLeod and Prue both.
Yes.
I'm disagreeing.
Well,
Chris,
you want to bet a steak dinner?
You're the tiebreaker
here. Knowing Don Harding, yes, I'm sure that would be that would be something he'd be able to do.
Prue?
Yeah.
You know what Prue's mascot is?
I do.
Again,
and
how would I know?
Red
Rockets.
glare.
Yeah,
Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Red glare.
Chisholm at Fairview, Tonkawa at Morrison. Both teams 1-0.
Eddie Honeycutt can tell you how to get to both places, by the way.
The Bucks.
But that's going to be a good game.
Maybe the first half.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hennessy at
Whoa.
Morrison.
The Bucks are down. The Bucks are down.
Right.
The Bucks are down. I got to say.
You're so nice, people say.
Hennessy at Kingfisher. Kingfisher 3-0. Chisholm at Moreland. Cashin at Moreland. O'Keene at Crescent. And that's my those
O'Keene
my
at
games.
Crescent.
Who does Coyle play this week?
You know what? I didn't look at Class
O'Keene
C
at Crescent.
football.
That's a game 6 or 7 years ago that O'Keene would have went into, and it would have been 48-7.
Yeah.
You know, you would have said, "Hey, that score is going to be 48-7." You just said the Whippets were going to win, right?
Not no more.
Not no more.
Oh my, how it changes.
Coyle might have the week off, but Class C football is already.
We got to check on our Coyle kids.
They've already shipped a state championship trophy in Class C.
Pretty awesome experience.
Everyone's playing for second place.
In O'Keene, Oklahoma, Lonnie Beckman went to Oklahoma State as a center in basketball, 7'4", okay, and that was back when they had the
Did he say 7'4"?
Yeah, back when they had the full service stations.
Okay.
And he worked the Beckman's gas station there in O'Keene, and every time we went through there on our way to Fairview or wherever we were going, Dad would make sure and stop, and this Lonnie Beckman guy, who was 7'4", would put the gas in our car, and I was like, "Whoa, holy!" It was. I still remember. It was like
it's a giant. It's a giant.
Yeah, man. It was like locked into it.
I love it.
Yeah, man. He was a cool dude, though.
Coyle's at Southwest Covenant, Phil.
Okay. I never felt so small.
Covington.
Covenant.
Oh. I never felt so small in my life. I was at an airport years ago, and I sat next to the
Brian
big
Reeves.
No, huge wrestler, WWE wrestler.
Andre the Giant.
No, the big
Kamala.
Big Show. The
Ric
Big
Flair?
Show.
Oh, the Big Show.
The Big Show.
Ric Flair's back, by the way.
Yeah, I saw his video.
He never went away.
Well, he didn't have a lot left in his old screamer the other day when he did his video release, did he?
Okay, we need to stop.
Yeah, all right, we need to get out of here. By the way, Prue, they're 1-0, looking to go 2-0. They took down Bokosho. How do you say that? Bokosho? Do you know, Case?
Bakoshi.
Yeah,
Bakoshi. Yeah, that's down there. That's down there by.
I don't know that.
Ida Bell, that area in southern Oklahoma.
Ida Bells.
Ida Bells. Atoka.
Okay. Well, Prue won 60-14 the Rockets.
Yeah,
the
Rockets will win that game.
Absolutely. So, anyway, okay, we're in overtime. We need to get out of here. 7:03. So
Jinx wins this week.
Jinx wins.
You want to bet? You want to double down on your steak dinners?
I already got evidently.
You want to double down on that?
$1 million bet with you
we
two.
Can go to Pawnee, eat some clicks.
You want to double down on that?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Can I double down on what? How many points Jinx will score?
They've scored 23 this year so far.
They'll score 14.
That's kind of what I was going for.
35-14?
I think it'll be worse than that.
I think 42. I think they'll get the 40s.
Wow. All right. Should be interesting. All right, we're out of here. Appreciate you tuning in here on the High School Huddle. Of course, a big thank you to our title sponsor this year, Legacy Wealth Advisory Group. We'll do it all next Wednesday when we talk about the Jinx Trojans. Are they 0-3 for the first time since '68?
Yes.
And more importantly, does Phil have to buy 2 steak dinners?
Yes.
That's a lot bigger deal.
Anything else you got, Chris? As we wrap this thing
do
up.
I get to pick where we eat?
Tulsa Union Owasso.
Is that a wrap?
In week 6? It's too early.
Owasso, baby, all the way.
You've already been talking smack on Owasso.
Yeah,
how they
I don't
can't hang with
understand that.
Tulsa Union. So you're setting that game up pretty good.
I'm telling you right now, Owasso's going to win it all this year. I'm calling my shot.
We're not doubling down on that because that's too long. I want my steak dinner this week. So.
Okay.
All right, we're out of here. We're out of here. Appreciate you tuning in. This has been the High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.